Shira and I want to talk to you about something that's very personal. Your body.
Remember, it's your body and no one should touch you in a way that you feel is wrong.
I'll get anybody who tries it.
It's not that easy, Orko. It's hard for a young person to admit that he or she has been touched in a bad way.
If you've been touched that way, don't be ashamed. Tell someone you trust, like your parents, your doctor, your teacher, or counselor, or your minister or rabbi.
Right, Orko?
Right on.
My dick cost a late night fee.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we had some technical difficulties earlier. We're sorry we're going in about 15 minutes, 17 minutes late here. That just means we'll go over about 17 minutes as long as that's okay.
We'll cheat you out of an incredible show. Don't worry.
No, okay. You guys all got to speak up here.
Hello.
Hello.
All right.
How's that?
All right.
Greetings. Am I good?
Everybody's working. Hey, Giuseppe, our special guest, why don't you say hello just to make sure?
What's up?
Furious Cracker, I'm sorry.
Indeed.
All right, so I'm
The
your host.
man, the myth, the legend. We have the one and only Furious Cracker in studio with us right now.
Okay. All right, guys, we are very sorry that we got off to a rough start here, but I'm your host, Brendan, and with me in studio are the Dans. We have Dan Sr. and Dan Jr. We call him DJ to keep that straight. And also, we have special guest again for the third time, comedian/actor Brett Eidman. How you doing, Brett?
Hey, man. How are you?
All right.
I'm on a 15-minute delay tonight.
I know. Well, you pay for this stuff and you expect it to work when it works.
Goddamn kids.
It's the listeners. They were just beating down our doors. We couldn't even support the bandwidth necessary.
No.
Now, if I understand correctly, a plug came out. Is that the problem?
Quite you. Quite you.
Hey, easy.
Was that one of the issues?
There's
or?
no way.
No, that would just mean that I was retarded if that happened.
No.
Oh, no, that's
if
not
that
true.
were to happen, it reminds me of a time when actually a friend of mine tried to get me to fix his television because the sound wasn't working. And of course the mute was on. And we were calling the company, trying to get
goodness.
yeah.
All right, well, guys, tonight we have two very special guests for you. We have Furious Cracker, the internet nun sensation, and we also have James Knight. Now, we're going to play a little bit of James Knight's song, although he's calling in about another few minutes, so we might have to interrupt playing the song for you just to talk to James. But hopefully you'll get a little taste of him right now, all right?
Give him a tease.
Give him a little tease of James Knight. Let me get to his because everything got ruined.
James Knight.
James Knight. Let's see.
Wasn't there? Oh, there was a Wayne Knight. Just trying to think of the Knights that we know.
Michael Knight.
All right, here we go. This is "In Your Dreams" by James Knight. Here we go.
It's a beautiful song.
No, that's an ad by somebody.
That's how popular he is. They actually have to have ads on his work.
Yeah, it's called monetizing.
Indeed.
We got it.
It's monetized.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's him doing that or YouTube. Okay, here we go. Here's James Knight. It's a soft ballad.
Can I have this dance?
We're only going to play about a minute of it, or maybe a minute. Yeah. Godzilla's getting fucked in the ass.
But we encourage everyone to look at it.
Couples only, please. Couples only.
So many times I've laid it on the line. So many times I've lived my whole life. So many times I was looking for a change, but the change it never came and everything stayed the same. So many nights I was here but not beside you. And so many nights you were there but I misplaced you. And so many nights you were looking for a change, but I couldn't see the light and everything stayed the same.
All right. You don't need to hear anymore.
Stopping it now? I was just getting into it.
You don't need to hear anymore. I mean, that's about the song. I think it's a good song.
Beautiful.
I don't think it needs to be 6 minutes long. But I think he's got a little bit of the
Let's
Axl
agree to
Rose.
disagree.
Yeah, no, I think that the length works for him. And yes, I know what you're about to say. Indeed, he does. I'm sensing a heavy Axl Rose influence. And in a good way.
The length works for him.
Absolutely, as it does for me.
That's right.
Listen, the length works for, but I'm more of a girth. So,
But you know what? You don't know if it's an Axl Rose influence.
You don't think?
Well, it could be. The guy has a voice, and it's hard to. If that's his voice, that's his voice. So
that's true.
It could
That's
be.
true.
Axl could have taken it from him.
All right, hold on. We're calling James back right now. We're gonna call him back because he tried.
He's an original artist.
He tried to call in a second ago. And
Hello?
all right, James, we're back up.
All right, I was just getting ready to call.
Yeah, all right.
on the air.
All right, so you're on the air, bro. You're on the air.
Hey.
You're on the air with the Dans. I'm Brendan. You're also on with the actor-comedian Brett Eidman, who's going to be auditioning for Saturday Night Live pretty soon.
Oh, easy.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
Easy does it.
Easy does it. And then you also have an internet fellow, a fellow comrade here. His name is Furious Cracker. You should check out his.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, what's up, James? What's going on?
No, yeah, it goes, you know.
All right, James. We want you to tell us a little bit about yourself and why you write the songs you do.
Oh, wow. Well, excuse me. Basically, prime example, like In Your Dreams, which was probably the first thing I put on YouTube.
Uh-huh.
That song was one of them deals. I was at a bad point in my life, and I basically got fed up. I had no way to express it other than music.
Okay.
So the music came first. I always write music first, I guess.
What,
and
you,
what I
you,
do
wait,
is I
you write music first
on how
before
I feel.
before violence? What do you mean?
For anything of what I'm feeling.
So you write the music first, then the lyric.
Right. I got to
gotcha.
get the feel for what I want to write the lyrics to, because I can't just write the lyrics. It never works out right. And I wrote the lyrics for that, or the music for that, and I sat, and I literally sat for, weeks, and that song was basically weeks of writing, just everything that I was feeling at that time.
Without getting too personal, James, would you mind sharing with us just maybe was this about a woman? Was it about a dog? I mean, what's going on? What was the loss and what was the bad point in life? Were there? I mean, a lot of famous artists have battled inner demons, and then turned to liquor, to drugs, to women, to all these things. Were you in that kind of place? I mean, when you say that place,
I recently had lost my mouse, my pet mouse. No, I'm kidding.
I wish you weren't. That would have been a great story.
Look up your ass.
What had happened is it was mainly due to a bad relationship. It was not the relationship was bad. It was just going sour, I guess.
I feel that. I feel that in the song.
Wait, James. We got to ask. Was this relationship? Was this the girl from Bleeding?
Yes, it was.
Oh, so where'd you dump the body?
I can't tell you that.
Was bleeding the issue?
If I told you that, they know where to look. And then
To be fair,
screwed,
she will bleed once every month. I mean, that's usually a good sign if you don't want, little
right.
nights running around.
Are you still with that woman, or she's history?
No, I'm still with her.
Oh, good. All right, so it has a happy ending at the so.
Oh, so you're into the necrophilia thing then?
Well, so
go ahead.
So you were saying that song came first, and then
that song was the first from the Secrets and Lies. And I've got many, many, many songs. I've got hundreds of songs, but anything that I was going to release to the public, that was the first.
Oh, so the ones that you have up on YouTube, those are the gems, I guess.
Those are the ones that I just, for the most part, have fun with. I mean, there are.
Wait, James. There's nothing fun about any of those songs. I mean, they put me like. I mean, I see that, and I'm with the song.
Touching,
yeah, they're touching, but all I want to do is drink and cut my wrists.
Right. All right. Well, I do know that this day and age, people go through a lot of their inner demons. They're battling themselves or battling with relationships or whatever the scenario may be. I don't really like battling them myself, so I just kind of put it out on paper in a sense to try to tell a story.
Wait, so James, are you a warrior? Are you a reluctant warrior?
Not really.
Well, let me ask you this: when you write the songs, do you find that the ones that sort of come quickly and easily are they the ones like, in other words, like a masterpiece, like the ones that that we were just listening to? Is that something that just came real quick, or was it something that you had to labor over?
it's a mood. It's kind of like the mood. I have to be in the mood. Like, prime example, if I'm out having a good time drinking about 8 beers, I'm not going to be able to write something like In Your Dreams if I'm having a good time. I literally have to be, like, in that mood to write it.
Okay, no, I understand that. I understand.
So,
No, go ahead. Okay.
so do you write your best material when you're in a really horrible mood? Or something very bad or tragic happening in your life? Is that where the best stuff come out?
It kind of seems that way to a degree. I mean, I got one out of that whole allotment of music videos that's on YouTube. There's one happy-go-lucky song, and that's A Night to Remember. Don't even fit my genre, really. I just wrote that because I was in a happy-go-lucky mood.
I didn't see that video yet.
When people get down and out, they'll write poems and bullshit like that. I can't cuss on here, right?
You can.
Of course, by all
sorry
means.
if I offended anyone, but nonetheless.
My virgin ears.
Right, I'm sorry. I apologize.
Now, James, I'm mostly just familiar with In Your Dreams, and I just wanted to know: are any other of your videos take place like in a field or grassy areas like that?
Now, could you repeat that?
Do any of your? I'm mostly just familiar with In Your Dreams, and I was just wondering, like, I know you have tons of videos up, right? And
no, I got a few.
You got a few up, and I noticed the setting you picked, like a grassy area, like a field, right?
It's like a grassy knoll.
You're right. I mean, is that like a common? I was just wondering, is that like a common theme? And do you have like other videos in fields, or is that unique to In Your Dreams?
Field of Dreams.
Oh, there you go. Right.
Yeah, so that's kind of like
it's.
Wait. I have to say the way DJ said that question, it sounded like a retard just asked somebody.
Excuse me?
I thought it was the most insightful thing
question,
said.
I'm trying to ask a thoughtful question to a wonderful guest that we have on the host.
Do you sing a lot of songs in fields?
Indeed.
Brendan, you're off base.
I try to ask the questions that no one else gets to. Okay?
And we appreciate that. In fact, I would be interested. How did you come to that setting? And to be fair, I think it's a fair question that DJ asked.
Yeah.
Are there other videos where we can see a floating keyboard in a green
That's
field?
the other thing
I was going to
like
say, how do you
to.
levitate the keyboard? That was
let's
pretty
take
neat.
one thing at a time. First, let's address the field, and then we'll get to the floating keyboard.
Okay.
All right, let me just break the whole In Your Dreams down because the constant questions. That's
Okay, go ahead.
Sure.
Go ahead.
All right. Basically, within Your Dreams, I was out in the backwoods, and I did find it appropriate just for that video.
Where did you get a green screen in the woods?
No, the only thing that was on the green
screen. It wasn't an actual field?
Was the keyboard. Now, the keyboard, what it is the keyboard laid on top of a green screen, and that's how I made it float.
A keyboard
now,
on top of a
many
green screen?
renditions of, he was behind a green screen. No, my keyboard was laying on top of a green sheet, and I just wiped that out.
So just to be clear, you don't possess any extraterrestrial or sort of otherworldly paranormal powers?
At least not today.
No, because we got a lot of emails asking about that.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, that was part of the allure, but it was a great video sort of trick that you did. I mean, is that something you came up with on your own, or how did you work that?
Originally, the whole plan was simple. Originally, the whole plan was simple. And then my old lady came up with the idea of the sheet. And I remember seeing a video with the keyboard on water or some bullshit. I can't remember what it was. And I thought, well, how about a floating keyboard? And basically, that's how the keyboard came to life. And I don't know what was more popular, me or the keyboard, for that whole damn video.
I got to say, it is somewhat disappointing to find out that it didn't actually take place in a field.
It was an illusion.
I mean, it is an illusion, and I have to say I was fooled.
You feel it's a bait and switch?
I feel it is a bit, but it still stands. Now about the floating keyboard, I have to say, is there anything more to that? Does that symbolize something? Because I noticed it looks like you're having problems. Your girl left you, right? Now the stand, right, that the keyboard is on is missing. Is that
left him too? The stand left him as well.
Is that true?
Wow.
Am I looking too far into this, or is there a connection there?
Basically, to sum it up, the keyboard is just on a green screen and it's wiped. In other words, anything that the keyboard was laying on is no longer there. And that's pretty much the gist of the keyboard.
James, listen, we have another musician in studio tonight. And
right.
I want to play you his song, and then I want you to tell me what you think about him.
This is an up-and-coming artist.
This is an up-and-coming artist, all right?
Wow. Cool.
All right, here's his song, all right? And you can Ask him any questions you want.
Ah, yeah. Here's one going out to all my bitches out there. I got more bitches, can't you see? Bitches all over the world are in love with me. You wanna be
It's only a minute 30 seconds, James, so just bear with it.
Now you might be a bitch and he be yours. Messing with my bitches, get your neck on the floor. Count my bitches, maybe 1, 2, 3. Come on, everybody sing along with me. Who's my bitch? You're my bitch. Where's my bitch? There's my bitch. She's my bitch. He's my bitch. Now if it could be a woman or a man like me, it make me listen more now curiosity. A bitch doesn't mean a dog and heat or finding in love with another under the sheets. It's just considering one another when you meet. Girl, we go. Who's my bitch? You're my bitch. Where's my bitch? There's my bitch. She's my bitch. He's my bitch. Listen, you can call anyone a bitch day or night. Just make sure you eat your greenies, cause you might get in a fight. If the cops can jump to you and can't get any bail, Big Brother's gonna be one calling you bitch in jail. Bitches to the left of me, bitches to the right. I put the song in radio play every single night. Wrote the song in Jersey, gonna be contagious. Bitches will be heard all the way to Vegas. Who's my bitch? You're my bitch.
Yeah,
Where's
man.
my bitch? There's my bitch. She's my bitch. He's my bitch.
All right, now, James.
I smell duet.
James, your styles may be very different, and he might know how to get a point across a lot faster than you can, but what do you think?
Well, I like the direction.
I'm telling you, I think this could be some sort of power group. This could be.
Would you
know.
consider a collaboration?
Yeah, collaboration.
A duet. I'm telling you.
In the field.
Duet in the field. There we go. Yeah,
that
and we'll
I
get
would
like
hope,
instead of floating keyboards, we'll just get like floating guitars and
Floating bitches, too.
Hell, might as well get the fucking drum player on the drums and have him float too.
Well, let me ask you this. So let's move off of that one and now talk about bleeding.
Bleeding?
Bleeding. The one that you did.
Right.
What was some of the motivation behind that? I'm guessing that were you still in that exact same sort of dark place at that point?
I wasn't. It was more, I was, but I had to make light of it.
I see.
The best I could, and what I did is I just kind of wrote it out there, and then, since it was already just, the best thing I like about the song in general was the music. Now, the lyrics, it was, I guess I could have done better with the lyrics, but nonetheless, when it was done, when it came time for the video, I thought, you know what, I've done expressed it now, I'm going to have a little bit of fun with it. I'm going to be retarded with this video, and just to see what happens with it, and that's pretty much what I did.
Well, I actually really liked it. I mean, and I can speak for, I think, everyone else in here. I think that was even the stronger of the two work.
All right, James, I have to tell you something, all right? And I had a surprise planned for you tonight, and I can't tell you the person's name. But
right.
if
We're
I
keeping secrets now? Wow.
No. If I told you his name, you would know him because he's that big in the music industry. Basically, he's been friends with me ever since he's done business with my father, and I sent him your video, your bleeding video, and the idea was that he was going to call in and critique you, right? It was all set up, but he backed out at the last moment because he's very busy, but. I sent him your bleeding video, and he literally wrote back. He said, "I am not going to sleep tonight."
Somewhat leaves it wide open there.
Right. I mean, I look at that as a very positive statement.
What, James, what part of the country are you from?
Right.
I'm here in the old United States. I'm
okay. What part of that old United States?
Well, actually, I am too. I mean, I don't know.
What a coincidence!
I am like kind of towards the East Coast, but not quite. I'm in Ohio.
Are you? I was going to guess south of the Mason-Dixon. Interesting. Okay.
We didn't know where you're from.
Now, we were debating before we even came on air. A little bit of an Axl Rose feel to your voice.
Yeah.
Is that's?
I get that a lot. I really do.
Were you going for that, or was that just natural?
Originally, what it was, and it was an accident kind of sense. I'm not even sure how to explain it. I was in a music store, and some dude was jamming, and I just started singing along. And I was singing basically kind of normal, and I was just joking around. I was like, well, let me try to kick an Axl kick on that.
Right,
and I kind of nailed it, and I was like,
yeah, it's
he
nice.
looked at me like I was like, what the hell?
Singing along with guys in a music store, great things come from that. I've from my own personal experience, I've seen that.
I have a friend who was playing at Sam Ash Music Store with Bernie Williams of the Yankees.
No kidding.
Yeah,
he
was just
plays
playing
classical guitar, right?
Yeah, he was playing, and all of a sudden, this guy Bernie Williams walked in and started jamming with him.
Wow.
But I also like your attire in the videos.
That's what I wanted to get to as well. Fashion.
Yeah, fashion.
Turn to the left.
Yes, a little bit of Joan Rivers. Who are you wearing? Who are you wearing?
Yeah, no. What I want to know is why do you look like an extra on Breaking Bad?
Well, this is kind of a fucked up scenario, but nonetheless, I threw it into the mix. I did independent professional wrestling for approximately 13 years.
No kidding. What was your name?
So, Eternal Night.
Eternal Night. Ah.
ETURNAL. But nonetheless, I used that attire as my gimmick. It was kind of a dark kind of character. I wanted to go with something different with this video, and I thought, you know what, it's just drawing dust. I just threw the crap on and went with it.
Yeah, it looks great. Actually, great on camera.
Let me also ask you one other thing. So when you were talking about writing songs and you were in a bad place, I mean, were there times in your life that you were actually in a good place in your life? Or, I mean, has that occurred yet or no?
No, not yet. I'm still working on that one.
Wait, what happened?
Wait,
do you think you're going to lose your edge?
Are you saying since childhood till now, there's never been anything good?
No, that's kind of a delusional there. No, I've had some. I mean, that's just life in general. We got our goods and we got our bads. But
I'm in a bad place right now. I'm in Jersey.
But it's just one of them deals that I do write better writing more emotional songs than I would a happy-go-lucky song.
That's what I figured. Yeah.
Okay, James, I got it. I just made a Breaking Bad reference to you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The Furious Cracker, the guy that you just heard rapping, he's in here. I don't know why he's being so silent, but
he's
not that
right
furious. He's not that furious.
He's got connections. He was just in a commercial for Breaking Bad.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah,
that actually is really impressive.
It was actually a contest. If you look on YouTube, AMC Breaking Dad.
Right.
You'll see it. I actually shaved my head for the commercial.
Check that out.
Now, and James,
did you get to sample the blue meth?
Yeah, now, James, he's going to put in a good word for you.
Oh, that's all right. You ain't got to put in a good word. I mean, I appreciate any good words, but I don't know if I ever got into this. I've always done music for as long as I can remember, literally. But I don't know if like some people are out there trying to get rich or whatever the hell they're trying to do.
I don't think you're trying to do that, James. I think you're trying to express your true self, and that's what we're trying to get to the heart of tonight.
Right. That's pretty much the gist of it. Everything.
Who are your influences, James?
Not everything that you hear in the songs is 100% true. There are certain ad-libs that I have to throw in the mix just to make it sound better or to where the audience can relate to it a little bit.
Right. So what about dancing like Brandon Lee Crow versions can we relate to?
What was that?
Well, he's referring to the Bleeding video where, I mean, it's pretty intense. It almost reminded me of like a Thriller type feel where you have the sort of long dramatic introduction, with some acting and some setting, and then all of a sudden you just sort of let it rip. And about 4 minutes into the song, you multiply and just dance, right?
All right. Here's the thing. Just so you're aware, I ain't going to give you my true age, but of course, if you're on my Facebook, it's probably
72.
on there. But nonetheless, I'm in my 40s now. See, I grew up
look good.
in the 80s. Now, pop locking and breakdancing was the thing,
right?
And I was out there doing all that.
I used to break dance too,
around
man.
on the floor anymore, but I will,
multiply, and you multiply.
Yeah. Well, technically, that was actually my son behind me that multiplied.
Wow. Whoa. I gotta say, you look good for your age, there, pal. No bullshit.
Appreciate that.
Wait.
Appreciate it.
Your son, how many children you have?
Altogether?
Yeah.
I have my youngest. I have I have 3 technical children.
Do you know how many children you have?
And one, which I treat her like my daughter, which is my girlfriend's daughter.
Very nice. No, I understand that.
How many in total? Legitimate and illegitimate?
Yeah, exactly.
4.
4. Okay. 4
Nice.
kids.
Well,
Nice.
how many different women? 5?
No, I'm not that much of a hoe. I used to be, but
nice.
All right.
No,
So James, there's a lot of you've got a lot of comments on the In Your Dreams video. Things to the effect like this song changed my life, stopped me from committing suicide. I mean, and those must be very.
I can see why.
Yeah, and those must be very encouraging for you. But then there's the other side, the dark side of these comments.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Most of them posted by DJ.
Yeah, and some of them go like, James Knight's to-do list: 1, smoke crack; 2, compose a ballad. What kind of drugs do you take?
And is that true?
Yeah, is that true? That's what I want to know.
To be honestly truthful, I do no drugs. I do drink. I don't do drugs.
You might want to
start.
start.
I don't eat the healthiest in the world, nonetheless. I don't really pay much mind to the comments because the way I look at it, you posted a comment, which means you watched the video. If you watched the video, you gave me a view.
Beautiful. And are you getting any sort of financial compensation based on, because you have a bunch of views? I mean, everyone seems to know this song, that video. I mean, what is his current count? Is it somewhere?
88,000 or something.
That's ridiculous. Yeah, that's great. I mean, so are you seeing any sort of you seeing the proverbial pretty penny for this yet or no?
No, not really. What I did is I was late on the the Google AdSense and all that, Google AdSense and all that. Mocha Joe. Well, of course, I got that on there a little too late. I mean, it's drawing money. I mean, it keeps. I mean, it's been like 2 years, I do believe, since I did that video, and for whatever reason, it goes through these spurts. But I was a little late on the draw as far as money-wise. But like I said, if I make money off of it, no biggie. If I don't, I don't.
I got a question. Do you play out? Do you perform live?
Yes, I do. I do. Majority of it's locally. I did do a show for Children's Hospital about 7 years ago, and everything that came in from that went.
Well, he must have
Children's
depressed the
Hospital.
hell out of those kids.
Did those kids kill themselves afterwards?
Exactly. What happened? It was like lemmings running off a cliff after that.
Well, they needed room in the hospital.
To be fair, it was the cancer ward, and many of them would have made it anyway. Okay, let's be honest.
No, but it's a nice thing to do, those type of gigs. I mean,
it is. But do you do that material for the Children's Hospital? Because that is a viable question. I mean,
no. What I do there, I don't. Legitimate songs, things that are what a child should hear. Cover tunes for the most part.
Right.
Something that most people can relate to.
So
like
Christmas songs.
Like Bitches Rap, maybe? From Furious
Right.
Crackers?
Do you have some more upbeat songs like Furious Crackers?
You must play like Margaritaville, all that stuff, and Brown Eyed Girl.
Yeah, Mary Had a Little Lamb, Three Blind Mice.
Okay, James, we want a commitment from you tonight.
A commitment?
We want a commitment. We want
you to marry you.
Yeah, no. No. We don't want purity rings or anything like that.
Or another child.
We want a commitment from you that you will cover Furious Crackers Bitches Rap. And you will dress.
Not an easy task.
Yeah, it's not an easy task. I mean, it's not your bag, man. I understand that.
But artists, great artists have great range, and I mean, I think you could do it. I really do. I actually.
If he does an instrumental version of it, I think it would be great.
Instrumental.
I'd like to hear it.
So you want me?
We want
to
you.
Do that song.
We want you to do that song. We want you to videotape that song, and then we want you to send it to us wherever you do it. We want
you want me to videotape it as well?
Yes. And
so
then
you want me to do it and make a video and then
in the field.
In the field.
In the field. Yeah, I'll do it in the field. I'll just get a bunch of I don't know. I'll find somebody.
Look. You have full creative freedom on this, except it has to be his song. It can sound the way you want it to sound, but we want you to do Bitches Rap.
Bitches Rap.
Bitches Rap by Furious Cracker with a K.
Gotcha. Yeah, I know who he is. I've seen the name up.
Okay. You've seen it.
You're in the know. Okay. Great.
All right. So when can we expect that? We need a commitment.
Tomorrow at 10 a.m.
Have you started working on it?
Is it done yet?
Yes. Let's go. Make it happen.
Come on, it's Friday.
All right, I tell you what, I have nothing better to do.
That's what I like to hear.
Well, come on, he's right in studio.
Join the club.
What is the date today, anyway?
It's 12th, and I only know that because I have to pay my mortgage tomorrow.
Wow.
Who's the
And I
bitch?
mean, honestly,
The bitch.
Furious Cracker, you must be sort of honored that someone as well known as James Knight and with that sort of artistic pedigree would even consider covering your song.
Hey, man. They can do whatever they want to do.
That's right. That's
There you
right.
go.
It's nice. Yeah,
Just don't change.
Wait, Furious Cracker. Will you be pissed if his cover gets on Tosh and yours doesn't?
No, I won't. Because I know I wrote the song.
I just imagine James doing this with a acoustic guitar, slow down version, and maybe having the girl getting really angry again,
and
snapping at him.
I guess here would be the question, guys.
Yeah,
All right,
okay.
here's the question. You want me to redo this song? Now, you want me to do it in the style of a...
We want James Knight's stamp all over it. That's what we
Absolutely.
want.
We're not looking to make you into a Furious Cracker. We've already got that.
That's what makes for a great cover.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, you're right. It is. The covers
your
where
own
they
twist.
actually, yeah.
We want you to take Bitch's Rap and make it your own.
All right.
With your own twist.
Absolutely.
My own twist.
And then send it to us. You could do that, right?
Yeah, I can do that.
James.
He sounds thrilled.
That would be
I think he wants to
Well,
kill
basically,
himself.
what you did is you just do a challenge in my lap, and if you throw a challenge in my lap, I'm just going to eat it up.
All right, well, that's what we hope
Wait, let's
for.
keep that in mind.
Yeah, that's it. What else we got?
I am the tiger. I am the tiger.
That's that former. Is that the former wrestler talking?
To be fair, listen. Do you know how many times I've had that same reaction just from women? That's how I was able to get sex from them. It's just that same thing. Just if I throw it out there, they just they can't say no.
James, I also want you to take the cinnamon challenge right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Cinnamon challenge. Well, I think I'll pass on that one. Cause see, if I do that cinnamon challenge and I screw up my voice, you guys are screwed out of luck for your cracker song.
And you know what? You have a great thing because coming from that wrestling background, I mean, maybe that's something where the bitch word and all these things that you have that experience of being over the top, being out there, being aggressive, right? I mean, there are more than one side to it.
Yep. And that's the gist of it. I mean, of course, it's all show, but
Of course, yeah. You mean you're really not body slamming those guys?
Oh no! If you get a body slam, you're gonna hit that mat and you're gonna feel it. So
Nice,
don't take that wrong.
Real quick. Who's your favorite wrestler all time? Come on.
All time, probably Mark Calloway.
Wrong.
Undertaker.
Wrong. Ravishing Rick Rude. You remember
He was
that
good,
guy?
too.
Oh, you
That
kidding
dude
me?
had great charisma for being a heel.
Absolutely. So
But,
where
yeah.
are you doing any upcoming performances that we can plug? Because we want to get the word out to our viewers where they could see you. Obviously, you're in Ohio, I think you said, right? Or
Right, I'm in Ohio. Yep.
yeah. Do you have any upcoming gigs?
I have nothing live that I'm doing right now. Right now, I'm actually constructing a new album, piecing it together. I've been working on it for probably the past 2 months. I'm hoping by the holiday season I'll have it done. Speaking of albums, before I forget, I had uploaded my Secrets and Lies album on Hulkshare.com.
Oh, so they could buy the whole album, huh?
You can get it for free. It's
For
there
free?
for free. You go to Hulkshare.com/James Knight, being one word, and that's Knight with a Y.
Hulkshare.
And
How do you spell that?
You go
Hulkshare?
there,
Like-
and all the songs from the Secrets and Lies is up there for whoever wants.
When you say Hulkshare, how do you spell that?
HULKSHR or SHARE.
Like Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, just like Hulk, the Incredible Hulk. Yeah, just Hulkshare.com.
Okay, hold on, James. I think we got a caller for you. Okay, somebody wants to ask you a question. Okay.
Right.
Hello. What's your question for James Knight?
Who's calling? What's his name?
Uh-oh. Do we
know?
hear anything?
No, hold on.
I don't have to use my real name, right?
Hello. What's your caller? What's your name? What's your caller for? What's your question for James Knight? I'm sorry. Yeah, no.
It's me. You said not to use. You said I don't have to use my real name, right?
You told me not to use your real name.
Well, I mean, I prefer that you don't. So I could just call in though and just do it anonymously, right?
You told me you weren't calling tonight.
I know, but I just happened to see it, and I really want to actually speak to the gentleman behind it, or at least offer my critique, if you will.
So
you just said between me.
You know what? You can't look. You don't want me to use your name. You can't catch me off guard like this. All right. So, because you know what? I was about to just blurt out your name, and all right. But you know what? I thank you for calling in. But okay, go ahead. Ask James. Critique his music. James, this is somebody that you would know if we said his name.
Mystery guess.
Yeah, mystery guess. Okay, go ahead.
Well, I really did. I felt it was very moving I was a bit confused from some of the messages given. I mean, first of all, is he actually, James, are you, how can I put this gently? But you're not retarded, right?
Not lately.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't mean that to be rude at all, but I mean, like, you have all your faculties about you, correct?
Oh, yeah.
Were you under the influence of some sort of psychotropic medication or drugs or hallucinogens while doing this?
Okay, wait. You know what? You're getting aggressive here, and I really don't want to blurt your name out. And I'm just
so aggressive.
No. I'm just gonna say, you don't think there's talent here? I mean, yes, I know there's a lack of production value.
Will you let me finish? I'm sorry. What is the first rule about when you critique someone?
I don't like where this is going.
Yeah, no, this is. I feel I'm about to ruin a relationship here. I feel like I'm really
yes,
about.
By the way, old chap. By the way, critique away. I'm listening with all ears. Okay.
Oh wow. Okay. No, James.
Well,
James.
I feel like you're
Wait. Hold on. Both of you, be quiet. James, I have to warn you about this guy. All right.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
No.
Go ahead. Critique away, buddy.
No. James. He does know what he's talking about, but he is freebasing lately.
Wow.
I mean, do we really want to listen to this guy?
Listen, it was all good fun, but in all honesty, I just wanted to make sure this was a serious endeavor. You are actually looking to because I really do think there's potential there, and I mean this is honest.
All right, so wait. I don't know.
I think I know who it is, by the way.
Hold up. Let me just narrow this down. You're critiquing, yeah. My videos lack production value because I'm not.
I don't think so. I think they're quite nice. I mean, I really do. You're taking this entirely the wrong way. First of all, I would say that one of your strongest aspects is the visual imagery present in your videos.
There you go.
Well, the bottom line is this. Basically what it amounts to is I'm the one-man show. I do everything. I write my music. I write my lyrics. I do my own videos. I do my own effects with what little that I have. So you can critique away all you want, but it ain't going to change the fact on how the video
I'm not looking to critique this is not, when I say critique, I don't mean negative. I mean both negative and positive. So first of all, I just want to make sure that you are completely utterly engaged in what you're doing, because now you bring up a good point. Would it be possible for you to work with other musicians?
Well, yeah. I have worked with other musicians.
All right. I mean, in perhaps like a formal band setting.
Wait. Are you offering him? You don't want me to say your name, but I just need to know: Are you willing to offer James a position somewhere?
I'm willing to offer him an opportunity, perhaps to contact people. I could send. I mean, I'm not. Listen, Brenda can tell you, I'm not. Any of these Simon Cowell or Quincy. I mean, I'm actually just someone, but I am involved. I am. You would.
Okay.
I am involved in this business, so I could sort of take the recordings and I could point him in the right direction to some other people.
Right. I got a question for you. I mean, because I know that they're cleaning house on American Idol this year. So, did you get approached? Did you get approached?
No, that's silly. That's really silly. It's not about that. I'm actually really, I was genuinely moved by both the videos that I saw, and I really think that there's actually potential there. Now, the only thing is that you actually spoke to it, James, when you said that you do it all yourself. You're saying that just comes about by just because that's the way it happened to be. You're not averse to working with other musicians.
Oh, I am. But see, basically where I'm at, other musicians are more worried about getting their dick wet than wanting to do something, Does that make sense?
Right. So this is the type of thing, if we were to bring you with a backing band or perhaps some sort of duo or other bring in other things, producers, things like that. People, now we're not looking to change the direction or your artistic vision, but, just to kind of offer alternative viewpoints. I mean, this is something that you'd be interested in. Yeah, you'd be interested in?
I'm all game for, I listen to everybody's comments. I listen to, maybe your critiquing. But mind you, your beginning of your critiquing was a little off base, was a little lewd.
I thought so as well.
Yeah.
To be fair, it's because I looked at some of the, the comments. And a lot of the comments were saying things, along the lines that, this is someone who was, slower. So I wanted to
what
make
is
sure
this?
that you actually
believe
had.
you believe what the comments say? What kind of guy is this?
Yeah,
that we're
I mean,
talking
you
here?
do realize that most of the people that write comments are people on drugs who have nothing better to do with their lives than sit there
You
and
make good points. You do. You make good points. I mean, had I been listening to the show as you instructed me, I would have been able to see and understand. I'm sure, because actually, after talking with him, I can tell that this is a legitimate enterprise, and he's a person with who's got all his senses about him, and that's because, in other words, we can't invest in a novelty act. That's all I'm saying. I wanted to make sure that this is someone who has enthusiasm and a drive to make it even further. I mean, these days, listen,
I've been
YouTube
doing this.
sensations are a
I've
dime a
been doing
dozen.
this
I'll be honest
since I
with you.
was approximately 5 or 6 years old. I've always been singing. I've always been in the music, so it's not like something I just jumped into. I mean, I get the gist. My point right now, the way I look at it, is music has no value today. Music has went from. I mean, remember the '80s. I don't know how old you are, but you go with the '80s and even beyond that, when there was longevity in a band or in a musician. Today, they get burned out. I mean, it's like, boom, one-hit wonder, bow, gone. Who's that guy again?
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that's what we don't want. We don't want that. I mean, I'm interested these days. A&R and other artist and representation type people. They need to.
You know what? Person that I can't say his name. You've got to get to the heart of what you're trying to say here right now, because James has got to go.
What I'm offering, all right. Well, listen. All I'm offering is that I'd like to continue, perhaps get in contact with you, and set you up with some musicians. I mean,
wait. So you want James to know who you are? Is that what you're telling me?
Brendan, I'll leave it in your hands. You can decide. You can decide right now.
You gave me such a hard time about this before.
I wouldn't go there. I wouldn't go there.
It's because I don't really like to. You know how when you used to work with, I used to work with your father, and I met you ever since you were a young lad. So I didn't want to jeopardize any sort of.
So wait. What drugs are you on? What drugs are you on right now?
Before you guys go any further, I do have a third question.
Only heroin.
Basically, the guy with the accent. Could you at least give me a fake name real quick? What can I call you right now?
Okay. No, you know what? No, let me handle that because you know what?
Yeah.
James, this is what you call him. This is what I've always called him affectionately, and it won't reveal who he is.
Larry.
No, I called him Mr. Chicken. I called him Mr. Chicken.
Mr. Chicken?
Mr. Chicken.
Yes, that's sort of a little code name.
James, to be honest with you, I don't know if you really want to take advice from someone who's so secretive.
Who is this?
He's not being secretive. He's not being secretive.
Who's that talking, though? Who is the gentleman that said he didn't want advice? Do you really think that somebody is not looking to further their career?
Mr. Chicken. All right, here's where we go. You're basically asking me if I'm legit, and if I'm basically what you're wanting to know is where I'm going or what I'm doing or how serious am I taking this.
Right.
I can take it as serious as I want to take it, but now I have to ask you the same question in respect. How do I know? For all I know, this was one big setup, one big get up to get a hoo-ha-ha laugh. So how do I know with what you're saying is true?
He's suggesting that you're a phony.
No, I mean, listen. This isn't anything for a laugh. It's nothing but gas. All we're talking about is.
No, you know what? I want to stop you right there because I've had past experiences with you, and I know that you don't. I mean, first of all, you told me you weren't calling in tonight, and then just on a whim, probably because you're drunk, you called in. So I don't want.
Can we get rid of this guy?
I have a question.
No, wait, no.
Who is the gentleman that keeps insulting me though? I just don't understand.
I told you that there was.
You're out of line.
I told you that there was 4 other people on the show. I told you that.
But which one is being so rude to me?
I think you're full of it. Okay. I think you're full of it.
Can I ask Mr. Chicken a question?
Go ahead, ask Mr. Chicken.
Even though I don't like this whole tone of this whole conversation, it's turned like a nasty turn.
It's got very nasty, and that's why I want to stop this.
With all things. This is Brett Eidman. I'm a comedian, actor, writer guy, and I want to know really, do you have any connections for me? Because that's all I care. Because that's all I care about. I mean, I like James. He seems, he's a very talented guy, but I want connections myself. I want to get off this. I want to get off this radio show.
No, wait. You know what? Hold on. I'm going to turn down the mic on Mr. Chicken. All right. So, all right. James, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
All right. Listen. He is. I mean, I don't know if you can separate his genius from his erraticism. All right. Just like but he at the end of the day, he really does know what he's talking about, and he can get like that. And I mean, first of all, the guy told me he wasn't calling in tonight, and now he is.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That's all right. I don't care if you spilled something on me. From what I took away from that conversation is that he does like you.
Yeah, I guess maybe if that's the way you want to round it out.
James, I don't know. I mean, because I always think that it's you could be walking into a weird situation with these guys. A lot of them like to take advantage of people, you know.
Well, that's just with that's.
And I personally don't know anything about who this is. I don't even know why we're talking to him, to be honest with you. But it's just something to be.
But ain't that the industry? Your gear, they'll put you through the ringer until the gear is no longer usable, and then they replace you with a new one. I mean, ain't that the way it works?
Well, I mean, I've certainly heard that, but I think it's just something to be aware of, that there are people out there that they look to take advantage of people. That I don't know what this particular guy's motive would be. Apparently, he is reputable, but it's a sticky situation.
I don't know if no one's willing to actually say what the gentleman's real name is. We don't know.
I know what his real name is, and you know what? After that performance, you see These guys, they're so fucking weird because it's like, well, I don't want to be associated with a show like that because I have too much to lose. But then they come on and they do something, and then they come on and they do something like that.
Yeah,
why was he so secretive with his name? That's really strange.
I'll tell you what, because if I said his name,
right,
you'd all know who he was.
So what's wrong with that?
And it's not Phil Spector.
Okay,
it's not.
He's not going to shoot us.
But why so secretive? That's I don't.
Because we're an amateur radio show,
right?
And
I'm making 32 cents a week for this. I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, we're an amateur radio show that has maybe 500 listeners a week, and so it's like you remember Tracy when Tracy Morgan about 2 years ago.
Yeah,
because Brett, you're in the comedy world, right? So you remember Tracy Morgan went out on stage and he went,
somebody getting pregnant,
right?
Nice.
Somebody's getting pregnant tonight, right? So Tracy Morgan goes out and makes a couple comments about faggots and stuff like that, right?
Stab his son if he were gay, yeah.
Right. What was it?
He said that he would stab his son if his son ever told him.
Okay, so that was the comment. All right, so then the whole comedy world came down on him, right? And even Tina Fey came down on him and said, like, this is us at NBC. This is intolerable behavior, right? And I think he thinks like that. The guy that just called, I think he thinks like that, but he's not like that. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right. Somewhat, yeah.
He does it. He's got a career to protect, but he's an animal on the inside. So as long as he can do things under the cover of anonymity, he can be a total monster.
Oh, I see. I see.
Okay.
All right, he's protecting himself.
Yeah. I mean, he definitely came off really hard. I don't know what he's talking about the whole where he was asking about, if you were, basically asking if you were retarded or not. I mean, that's not a good way to start off a critique. I mean, let's be honest.
Well, normally, but
Yeah, I mean,
that was a cheap shot.
Now, is he still this guy still Mr. Chicken? Whatever his Dr. Chicken or Choke the Chicken? What is his name?
No,
Mr. Chicken.
I can't tell you his name.
Okay.
I can't tell you his name.
Is he still on hold, or is he done?
No, I hung up. I hung up. Okay,
I get the point of view. Maybe it was just for a laugh. Whatever the scenario was.
No, James. I can guarantee you that wasn't for a laugh. I can guarantee you that there was a bottle of whiskey in his hand that was half full.
But I mean, maybe there's.
Where do we go from here?
I am not a hard person to find.
Right.
I mean,
there we
if
go.
anybody thinks there is a direction, regardless of what it is, or if someone wants to point me in the right direction, I'm usually
even if they're a
all
slimy
ears.
English fuck. I mean, let's be honest.
But he's still listening to the show.
Yeah, he's probably still listening. So
as he's drinking. Yeah. James, are you able to support yourself with your music? Getting on a different subject.
You know what? But
Can you support me with your music because I need some help.
No, James, you've got to sum up. You got to tell people we've got to, because we have to get to Furious Cracker.
Indeed,
because he came in the studio.
He's waiting. He's waiting.
Yeah,
very
and
patiently.
we can't just keep him waiting. So
Right now he's patient, Cracker.
Right.
I am furious.
Yeah, he's getting
I
furious.
would be too, actually.
Well, listen, you've been a very good guest, and we didn't want to cut our time short with you. So, and we really
let's-
appreciate
Hey,
the time you've given us.
Right. Let's leave it at that. You know, if that guy wants to find you, you know, maybe he will, maybe he won't.
All right, James.
Okay, I'm not hard to find.
Yeah, James. You just right now just tell the audience where they can go to find more of your music. And go ahead.
All right. As I said before, hulkshare.com/James Knight.
Okay.
And of course, those that may be listening that are not aware of who I am, you can also, of course, the big kick is the YouTube channel. Just go to youtube.com/James Knight, and that will sum up a lot of material that I've done other than just music. It covers a fairly decent realm.
Nice.
So that's about the gist of where I'm doing my music right now.
I keep forgetting that / when I talk to people. I never say like if you want to see my videos, you know, go.
Don't worry,
YouTube.
nobody wants to see the videos.
That's true.
All right, James, do you have any upcoming projects you want to promote right now?
Basically, just be aware of I'm coming out with a new CD. Like I said, I'm hoping it's going to be done by the holiday season.
Is it Christmas songs?
Yeah, it's going to be Christmas songs. I'm going to get on Santa's ass this year. But no.
Whoa! Wow. My God!
Nice.
Getting on Santa's ass.
It's like porno.
Lord.
Yeah, that didn't come out right, did it? But
Neither did the.
Yeah,
I think it came out just fine.
He's got a
but
big old ass.
Yeah, I do have a CD. I'm working on I've been working on it for a while now, and I'm hoping it'll be done by the holiday season.
Well, when you get that ready, you got to promise to debut it here. All right, we want to do an interview. We want to push that music. Okay.
And of course, that's Night with a Y. Just so
let's write that out.
It's NYTE.
Yeah, that'd be it.
James, we're going to let you go because Furious Cracker, he made a drive, and we can't let him down.
I got to do a drive-by.
Word.
All right, James.
Yeah, I apologize for all that. You know.
No. It's not your fault, man. I didn't know he was going to be such a. First of all, I didn't know he was calling in. I didn't know he was going to be such a douchebag. But we got to let you go. All right.
That's fine.
All right, guys.
Appreciate the time, guys.
All right. Take care, man.
Good night, James.
Later.
Bye. Wow.
Well, we learned a lot.
Indeed,
we learned a lot.
Wow.
Wow.
Is learned a lot about
good dude, man.
Absolutely.
I like
He's
him.
got a good. Yeah, I do. I was very impressed with the way he handled himself, even when the caller got aggressive or was asking if he's retarded or if he has all his wits about him. I mean, that's
he knows who he is.
Those British types that get a little arrogant.
And aren't we getting a little tired of the whole Simon Cowell and that Gordon Ramsay and all these guys? It's like
Pierce Morgan.
Yeah, exactly. Lady Diana. I mean, what the fuck, right?
Yeah, right.
Come on.
They all have an attitude.
Yeah, seriously.
And if they don't have an attitude, they sound like they have an attitude.
Exactly. It's kind of like Germans. You notice how Germans, they always sound angry no matter what they're saying. They could be talking about how they love you and want to romance you, and it just comes out like a Hitler tirade. And conversely, you got the French people. They could be talking about how they want to burn you. And
So in other words, foreigners are bad.
That's pretty much my point. Yeah, I'm going with that. DJ, what do you think? Foreigners are bad?
Racism aside, let's move on, please. Because
Indeed.
we have someone here waiting.
Furious Cracker, who do you hate overseas? Let's be honest. First of all, may I ask your nationality?
Everybody.
What is your nationality, if you met?
I am Sicilian.
100%. That says a lot.
Okay?
Corner slice.
Exactly. I didn't recognize without those organ grinder monkeys. It's one of those things.
Furious Cracker, I'm sorry that we get you toward the tail end of the show, man.
Okay.
That's all right.
I've saved the best for last.
That's right. I'll get you guys later.
It's time for you to tell us what you're about.
Yeah.
Yeah, the origin of the name, perhaps.
Exactly.
The,
Furious
little
Cracker was
background.
born 2 years ago.
Interesting.
What? But is Furious Cracker what you're all about? I mean, don't you have other aspirations?
I am into the paranormal.
You're into
the
paranormal.
Yes.
Okay.
Ghost hunting.
Really?
So we have a balancing act here
Ghost
between
hunting.
rapper and paranormal
and ghost hunting.
Yes, and I actually wrote two TV shows.
Did you really?
So 2 reality shows I'm trying to get off the ground.
Really?
What? And one of them was Slasher, right?
No, that was just a pilot thing I did.
Okay. All right.
And now, when you say you wrote 2 TV shows, I mean, what exactly does that? I mean, because I don't.
Treatments, I'm guessing, like treatments.
Right, 2 treatments for 2 different shows.
Awesome.
One is about ghost hunting in cemeteries. The other show is about hunting for the New Jersey Devil.
Oh.
Beautiful.
Right. Well, I mean, I would think a cemetery would be. The first place to look. I have no. I don't know.
That's beginner talk. That's beginner talk.
Is it?
Why would
really?
a ghost? Wouldn't you want to go further than your grave?
But they got to start there, right?
Yeah, you got a point. But let's be honest. As soon as you
if
wake
you want to
up,
catch a ghost right away, you go to the cemetery, right?
Now, do these have to really be 2 different shows, or could they be one show?
Yeah, I mean, can't it be like a blanket paranormal show?
It can be, but I didn't write it that way.
All right, so
I wrote 2 different shows.
You wrote 2 different shows.
How and do you think they're going to get picked up?
we'll have a couple of people that are interested in the first one I did called Graveyard Shift.
And who's interested?
And none of them are English, have English accents at all.
No.
All right, good.
We're not dealing with any douchebags.
Producer-wise,
like
I just
that
have to
guy.
make the sizzle reel and send it to them, and
the
they'll
sizzle
present the
reel.
sci-fi.
He's got the terminology down.
All right, so are you sincerely interested in the paranormal?
Oh yeah, I've been doing this for years.
Really?
Doing what? Ghost hunting?
Yes.
I've done that in Pennsylvania, so I know
So
where you're coming from.
so you go into houses with instruments and
The whole
Now,
the whole
have you-
getup, man.
is it like
Proton packs, I believe they're called.
is it like Ghostbusters? I mean, is it similar to that? I mean, they made
I
a
mean-
joke of it, but
No, I mean it's like the show is, the movie is like, it's funny and all, but when you get down to it, it's like, yeah, you bust out the equipment,
Serious business.
this and that.
what kind of equipment do you use to get rid of ghosts?
Yeah, these the e-meter type
No,
stuff.
no,
you can't get rid of ghosts.
You can't.
But you
They're
can
always-
sense them with those e-meter things,
So you
right?
can't get rid of ghosts, but you have equipment to get rid of ghosts.
No, it
No,
never
it's to
said.
detect them, right?
no, is this just a matter of like confirming that they're there,
Oh,
Right.
so you can avoid them later?
how do you avoid them?
All right.
I just want to, prove that they're out there.
Do you think you
Nothing
could
about-
maybe because I'm sure there are people listening who have no experience whatsoever with anything regarding paranormal. I mean,
Okay.
what is some sort of beginner's guide? Like where do you start? Right? I mean, like where do you start if you want to find a ghost? How do you?
You
where's
know what,
step
man?
one?
They're everywhere.
Okay.
They're freaking here, man. They're everywhere.
So
They're-
does
they're-
that-
All right, guys,
but-
don't freak out.
all right, but let me ask you: if they're
I was freaking out for a second.
if they are everywhere, are they a problem?
No.
So
They can't hurt you.
what's the point of hunting them?
Well, if you
To
were to
find
find
them.
them,
Just to
that's
find
an
them.
incredible
Prove
scientific
it's out
discovery.
there.
Yeah, that's an incredible scientific discovery. If you can prove that something is out there.
Are there
Come
are
on.
there
People
are there,
people have been seeing ghosts for thousands of years.
Okay.
All right.
Uh huh.
I see one every time I look at my father.
Like, just like if someone wanted to find a ghost today, where does he start?
You start, normally people start in cemeteries.
Yeah,
'cause,
see, you're right,
That's
man.
a given.
There you go. See, I'm on the ball.
What
with
was the
this
first
thing.
place you're gonna go?
why
You
do
think of
ghosts
cemetery.
why do ghosts hang out in a cemetery?
Yeah, shouldn't they? Don't they want to leave?
Because they're not
Back to their
scaring
lives?
anybody
There's
in a
number of
cemetery.
reasons, the body's there.
That's
I
like
mean,
that's
I mean-
like
I
home
mean-
base.
it's kind of weird, but
Cemeteries are creepy. I understand that.
Well,
but-
maybe not for them. I mean, they're dead, right?
Of course they're dead.
When they give
you go.
off temperature stuff, I've seen some of these shows and I've been on some of these hunts, out of curiosity. And they actually have they use temperatures. They
Right.
use like a thermometer.
Yeah.
Is it that the temperature should go up or should it go down?
Usually when trying to manifest itself, the temperature goes down.
Ah, okay.
So it's
Goes
drawing
down.
in energy.
Oh,
So the temperature actually goes down.
See, I thought it would have been the opposite, like somebody's warm ass is
A
right
hot
there.
spot.
So yeah, exactly.
Now, I want to know how many times have you actually seen an apparition, a full manifestation?
About 3 times, like really in front
Yeah.
of me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, okay. And what was it?
How
What
many of
was-
those were not Lady Gaga?
Yeah. And what were you looking at? What were you looking at when you saw them?
Just nothing. I was the first time was in a school.
Oh,
in a school.
What was
Saw
school?
it.
Was school in session?
School was in session.
Those bastards! They're harming our children.
Saw it like I was looking at you right now, man.
Yeah.
it was.
Well,
scary.
we are.
No.
It's like a Sixth
What?
Sense moment. I actually am a ghost.
I walked
What?
out,
What were you doing in the school?
Yeah.
He was learning.
Yeah, I
work-
know. Reading,
I
writing,
work
and
in a school.
arithmetic.
You
Brett,
worked?
God.
No, I didn't know if he was in it. I
No,
mean,
I
did
do-
they call you in because they were having an
No,
issue
no.
with
He
a
was
ghost?
looking to molest young boys like we all are. Okay.
Hey, anybody see a ghost?
Yeah.
So I do IT work. So I go to all the schools. And,
Okay.
I hear stories.
What kind of work you said?
IT.
What is that?
Information technology.
But I don't know anything about it.
Computers.
Oh, okay. So you're teaching.
You know that
you're-
intranet there?
Yeah,
thing there?
basically everything that goes on in this show.
So these are older kids. They're not little kids.
No, but the elementary and high school.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, well, they're
seven
much more
seven
advanced.
schools. So
Could you maybe describe that particular ghost in some way? Like
it was a little boy.
It looked like a little. Oh, so they have human form, absolutely.
This one was.
He didn't say anything about who touched him and killed him, right? I just want to be clear of that.
No.
All right, good. I'm okay.
No, I just saw it walk into a bathroom.
Right.
I couldn't hold it in. I had to go, and it never saw the kid walk out. It wasn't in the stalls. It wasn't by the urinals.
Right.
It wasn't even in there.
So did you tell anybody about it? Or you
Oh
just
yeah, I
kinda
told the
went-
secretaries downstairs.
And
they're
what did she say?
they're like-
She said you're fired.
They said no. They said they hear stuff all the time. That the one janitor works there. He worked there. He doesn't work there no more. And he's like, he wouldn't work upstairs.
It's like a
He doesn't
ghost.
work
He would hear people.
That's
walking
awesome. He
upstairs
doesn't
and
work
stuff
there
like
anymore. It almost sounds like he's the ghost. It's like there once was janitor who worked
that. Yeah.
here.
Well, the story goes, it was an old man that used to work there. Now he died on his way to work, So,
a lot of people.
Why would he haunt the school if he was on his way to work and died?
That's where he
Why
worked.
would he haunt the school, Brandon?
You can't get
Come
into
on.
the mind of a ghost.
He hated work, so he wanted a ghost.
Oh, I see.
crazy.
It's revenge. It's revenge on work.
But are all ghosts bad?
No.
Okay.
I
so
mean, you
that's-
got some, you know.
No, you got neutral
There's
things
some
going
bad
on.
apples.
But you could go out there and you don't know what you're going to get into. You know, you could get like demonic stuff attached themselves to you.
Right.
Okay, did you see my video, by the way, which is real?
Actually, I did not see it.
Can we look at that, please?
No, I'm not. We're not gonna.
Okay.
Because we're almost out of time. But I want you to
we
go
got
home and
time.
look at that.
Because we are.
I have a serious question.
That was about
Right.
7. That was about 7 years ago, and I am still not sure if I believe what happened on videotape.
I'll watch when I get home.
This is apparently a
Now,
real.
But I've got a dead brother to prove that something happened.
What do you mean you got a dead brother to prove
You can
that?
go to my brother's gravestone. You can read his grave. He was a paranoid schizophrenic, and he was claimed he was receiving messages from entities.
Okay.
Right? And my girlfriend, who I used to sleep with, she said
Is that what
She
you
was a ghost.
What happened? No, never mind.
See right through her.
Yeah, she said that I was wailing in the middle of the night, calling out my brother's name. You know, I just fuck it, whatever you say. Until one night I bruised her. Right?
You bruised her?
I bruised because
Because
I was having.
Because you're.
I thought you were beating her.
No,
because she wouldn't listen.
Because she bitch should have listened.
Right.
Who's the
No,
bitch?
because I
Who's
was
the bitch?
I was
The bitch.
exactly because I was having spasms in the middle of the night, and that's when I decided to sleep at my own apartment.
Now,
After I bruised, because I felt like, oh my god, like I got to go to a sleep center. Obviously, something's really wrong here, right? Then I recorded, because I couldn't just take her word for it. I had to see what was happening myself.
Right.
So I recorded it one night, and there wasn't a lot of thrashing, but something else happened. And then 3 months later,
Anal?
3 months later, my brother died.
Wow.
So you got to go watch that video.
Can
I'm
we
gonna watch
direct
that video.
people perhaps to that video? Or
I wanna check
shall
that
we
out.
just,
now I have a question for you. I used to go with this girl who told me that at nighttime, pixies used to visit her, and it's not even a joke. She says pixies used to, and I used to say,
Were
well,
you
what are
dating
they?
a 7-year-old girl, Brett?
No, she was in her 20s.
She likes
and,
unicorns.
She was in her this was last year.
So I said to her, like, so what do they want? They said they want me to go with them. So I said, why don't you go with them? And she's like, I don't want to go with them. I said, well, why not? She said,
I want you to come with us into the corn.
But she actually saw these pixies. I don't know, is that the same thing as a ghost?
I don't know.
Oh,
I have no idea. I've heard of it, but I never really. I read about it one time and that was it.
We would need.
I don't know if I believe that stuff.
We would need an expert, I guess, right?
A pixie expert.
And now, just
That's
to
next
say, I
week.
mean, weren't you looking for like a medium, right? You were actually looking, weren't you?
Actually, I still am. Yeah.
So you're. So I mean,
Any listeners, if you can communicate with the spirits.
We do. If I remember correctly, we sent you an email
right
about Eli.
Right.
Because we actually know someone.
Eli is a little. Eli is more unpredictable than the guy that we just had call in.
Yeah, no.
Right?
I mean, he's a great guy, but.
But all I know is Eli has been used by the New York City Police.
Well, also it's one of the federal agencies, I believe, too.
He's been used by the New York City Police a few times, and I don't know what the results were. He just claims. Yeah, look at that moth. He claims to be a legitimate psychic, and he has told me some things sometimes that like I can't confirm whether they're true or not, but they did send that sort of ambiguous shudder down my spine.
Interesting.
You know what I'm saying?
Really?
So we want to get you in touch with Eli.
But the thing is,
I have his email still.
No, Eli never emailed you.
No,
Oh,
he did.
yeah, he did.
Because that was the weird thing, right? Didn't you get contacted?
Well, so then you must have given him Eli's email.
No, that was a separate occurrence, wasn't it? You got an email from him.
I got an email from him.
Yeah, he might
And
just have
one
actually
of
seen
you-
the Craigslist thing.
Oh, okay. So he's out there looking then. Is that
So
what
he's
telling
looking.
me?
Well, he
around.
said one of you guys
No,
talked to him.
he knows us. Yes, we did
knows
tell him
us,
about
yes.
you. We
Okay.
did.
But we didn't direct him there like to the exact thing. We must have just told him the general
No,
thing.
I think I did tell him actually.
Oh, you did? Oh, that's what it was. I
okay.
just told him about it. And then, that was the thing.
All right, but Eli is.
I told. I remember now. I
He
told
is
him
more- he
that
is-
we wanted you to come on the show, and that's why. Then he contacted you.
Let me tell you Eli's backstory. He used to work on these digital presses. That's how I met him. First of
Okay.
all, he used to work on these digital presses, and he was a technician for these digital presses, but he was always like really loopy. He would never get the job done, you know. Yeah. But he would sit there kind of like with this sort of glazed look on his face and try and like tell you things that you were about to dream tonight, and like 50-50. Half the time he was right, half the time he was wrong.
Yeah, well, I mean, wouldn't he also just kind of been putting in a thought into your mind that you could then dream about?
Hey,
no?
you can't.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I always wondered about.
Can't be 100%.
That's what I always wondered about this guy. So,
but wasn't he homeless?
I don't know. I don't know if it's to your benefit or not. If we get you in touch with Eli, he might be great. He might not be for you.
I need somebody that's dead on, that knows what the hell they're doing.
I've
I've interviewed people and they're just like, "Oh yeah, I could do that," and then when I meet up, and they're like, "No, I can't."
They're
I'm
like,
like, "Yeah,
"Well,
why
you
waste
can't."
my time?"
What's an example of like a test that you would do?
Yeah, exactly.
To determine like right away.
There's no lie detector test going on.
Right?
No, there isn't.
How do you determine if they're real or not?
I'm going to try to take their word for it at first, but then I will test. You know.
And then what's the example of like a test you would do like to find out?
A litmus test?
Some sort of test, like to separate.
No, I understand what you're going.
Like I'll ask them something to like, you know, if they could like really, you know, get in contact with somebody, and if you know, usually there's always somebody around you. Like, tell me something that only I know.
Okay.
Only you.
Oh,
know.
only you. Furious Cracker knows.
And how many times has this worked out for you?
What with
With
the psychic?
the testing.
Never.
It's never worked because
Never.
he's still looking. I mean, he's still looking.
No,
for
I just started looking and like, you know.
Yeah.
I've had, you know, 1-2 people, you know.
Do you
it's
have
like kind of iffy. Like they tell you something, but you're just like
right, and
you're
they
not
could
sure,
just be
you know
like
what I
cold
mean?
read, right?
Yeah.
Why do people want to get in touch with dead people all the time?
Well,
people just want to know, you know.
Yeah, first of all, like my brother who died, I want to know where he is.
Oh.
You know, I understand that.
Where do you
He's somewhere being annoying, Brendan. I'll tell you that much.
Where do you think he is? Seriously.
I don't want to think about it.
Oh.
That's all.
Oh, so then why? Oh.
You know, but I want to hear from him where he is.
Right.
You know, until I get a definitive answer, I don't want to speculate.
Right.
You think that somebody can actually do that for you?
I hope somebody can do that for me.
Really?
And I hope Furious Cracker can find me somebody that can do that for me.
Did you ever?
I hope I could find somebody who can do it for me.
Right. Oh, who are you looking for, Furious? Is there a specific person as well? Like, is there someone that you lost that was near and dear to your heart, or anything like that, or
His
no?
poodle.
No,
nothing like that.
everybody else.
I think
I'm out for everybody else.
I actually think there's enough people that are alive to talk to than.
Yeah, but they all suck. Let's be honest.
Let's be honest. Right?
Well, let me ask you this. So just so we can get, and then we can get back onto the Furious, you know, because I'm interested in the Furious Cracker backstory. But have you cast the Ghost Hunter people yet? I mean, you know.
No, I just it's basically going to be like me, another guy,
yeah,
and just a psychic. So that's all I need.
So it's just going to be 2 guys and a psychic.
Yeah, I don't want too many people.
You're good.
I'm going to suggestion psychic hot broad. I'm going to say that's if you can.
I know what you're talking about.
That's ratings right there, my friend. That's green light.
Are you going to like go?
You know what, Furious Cracker, we need you to promote whatever you got to promote right now.
What, for Furious Cracker?
Yeah, for Furious Cracker, or whatever it is, you got to promote because we got to get out of here.
All right, man.
Keep going. You want to keep going?
Just a little bit because we had a late start. I just want to get into. I want to just get into the Furious Cracker thing because
all right, go ahead.
Please tell me because before we cut you off, you said that 2 years ago. What happened? This other kind of thing came out of you? What's going on?
We were, me and my buddies were, it was at lunchtime, we were at a park, and we were just like busting balls, you know.
Sure.
Saying, hey, you know, fuck you, whatever, this and that. And
right.
Yo, you're my bitch. And I'm like, somebody said that. I'm like, I hear this all the time. Everybody's saying, you're my bitch, you know, I'm going to make you my bitch.
I've heard that.
I'm like, you know what? I'm going to write a song about this.
Thus it was born.
I wrote it in a day. You know,
the hell do you say?
Like maybe it took me like an hour.
The gems always come quickly.
And then
it's either there or it's not there.
If it takes you long, there's the best line from a Spinal Tap, the commentary DVD. If it takes you longer than 20 minutes to write a song, you've basically just jerked off.
Absolutely,
that's right, man.
Absolutely,
you gotta have it in your head.
And where did the name Furious Cracker come from?
Just something I just came up with.
I see.
Furious Cracker.
Do you feel like it's inappropriate for anyone that's not white to use the K word?
Absolutely not. No.
Really?
No. Nothing wrong with it.
Really?
Do you feel that it's inappropriate for anyone that is white to use the N word?
I'm not going to comment on that, man, because everybody uses the N-word, even, you know.
Speak for yourself, racist. Good God. Everybody uses the N-word.
Not me, but, you know.
By the way,
you hear it all, it's all money on basketball. In every song, you know.
There's nothing more than I love than the N-word.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. He's a connoisseur of that. Now, so you don't feel... I've always felt that maybe that should be the white person like thing that we can use as a brotherly affectionate term. But yet, if anyone else were to you know, sort of drop the K word, we'd have to, you know, drop them. I mean, I'm just curious, you know. Yeah. We can start that movement right now.
You feel strongly about this, too.
Cracker, please. All right? I mean, let's be honest.
Hey, man.
So this is going to be...
Anybody can say the K word. Cracker.
Voices,
man. You know?
Yeah. So what are you more passionate about, the paranormal or the rapping?
Yeah. Can you even choose?
Mostly the paranormal.
Right.
You know,
the
Furious Cracker thing was like a spur of the moment thing.
So you're saying that was a joke? That was just like an attempt to get famous.
Hey man, it's a joke, but if it takes off, it takes off.
It takes off.
You know, I wrote another song, but
really,
that one's it's really good. But I didn't make a video of it yet.
Okay. Make the video. Can you give us an exclusive?
It's called Cunt.
It's called Hero. It's called Hero. It's called Hero, but it would be an excellent. Like, I'm not bullshitting you. It'd be an excellent, like, superhero song for a movie.
All right, we want to hear it. Give us an exclusive.
Did you ever know that you're my hero? That one? No. All right, sorry.
All right.
Do you guys want any freestyles, or I mean?
Yeah.
Or are you all about written material, or do you?
True, because
DJ,
do
you bust a rhyme?
DJ, you can drop a line right now. Drop a funky bass line for me, brother.
I could do some beats.
Come on, man.
Cracker, come on, Cracker. Cracker, just let me see.
This can't go anywhere good.
Oh, indeed it can. Go ahead, DJ.
You want to hear a little?
Yeah, come on. Just give me a little
something. Drop a beat.
Drop a little something. Come on.
All right, come on, Cracker. If you got it, you've got it. If you don't, you don't.
I got nothing right now.
He's got nothing. He's got nothing.
A little bass line.
He's got nothing.
Yeah, slow it down a little bit. Fat boys, in effect. Human beatbox, Dougie Fresh.
See, he's working on it. He's more of a writer, not a freestyler, right? There you go.
All right, so guys, I think we got to get out of here.
I got to ask you finally, though, because I'm sure if more people see this, they might, I mean, you're going to get comments that they might think using bitches, they might even say it was kind of misogynist. And you're going to get those comments.
Yeah.
What's your response to them? Cause
I don't care.
Fuck you, bitch.
Are you married?
Yes, I'm married.
All right, so what did your wife think of this song?
I don't care.
There you go.
Wait. Was that after you hit her or before you did?
Yeah, I was going to say, he's Sicilian. Let's be honest.
My wife, she supports me in anything I do.
I'll turn you into a ghost.
So.
Wait. Hold your hands out. Spread eagle. Spread your. Where's the wedding ring?
I don't wear it.
Don't try and blow up his spot there, Brendan. Come on.
And where's the wedding ring? I don't know.
Have you seen that video?
I don't know if I believe he's married.
Do you think Furious Cracker would be tied down that easy? I mean, come on. You think he's got,
All right.
He's got sashes?
What he needs to do for his show, his reality show with the ghosts, is you go there with those other folks that you mentioned.
Yeah.
And then in the middle of it, you bust into a song.
Oh, I love it. I love
That's
it.
to be the first reality show. Right in the middle. You have to write it about that.
And then you have to tell everybody that the ghosts are causing you to bust into the song.
Exactly. Now we're getting
They're getting in my head.
You justify.
Hold on. We got
a call.
Who's my bitch?
All right, hold on. You're on Corrosive Radio. What's your topic?
Your topic.
What's your topic?
Wichita, Kansas, you're on the air.
Brett Eidman.
Wow.
You got something for Brett Eidman. Go ahead.
Hello,
sir.
Is that a flat line? Flat line.
Hold on.
Clear.
Let me bust out my equipment.
Sir, if you're gonna call a radio show, you have to talk. Is Brett Eidman there?
Brett Eidman is here. Yes, he's saying hello.
I'm right here.
Brett Eidman is here.
Jeez. Yeah, Brett Eidman is here. Who's this?
Brett, it's Patrick.
Hey, Patrick, how are you?
I was not doing well with the radio in one ear and the phone in the other.
Now we got you loud and clear.
Wait, Patrick, who are you? Do you have any sort of relationship to Brett?
Yes.
Why?
We're married.
We're married.
I knew
that is true.
Who's my bitch?
Exactly.
Patrick is
we are co-comedians.
Yes.
Oh, you're a comedian yourself, huh, Patrick?
That's what they tell me.
All right. Where have you performed? Have you gone to a lot of the same gigs as Brett, or?
we toured together.
Oh, no kidding.
Okay, Patrick, have you been listening to any of the show, and did it make any sense to you at all?
I have been listening for the past 45 minutes.
And what did you think? Like, no sense, right?
I think that it was time for me to call.
All right. Now we're listening. Now we're liking it. What do you
there's
think?
That funny bone right there, right?
So what's your feeling on the whole paranormal situation, Patrick? What's the deal? On the whole paranormal situation. You've got ghost encounters, ghosts, anything, rapings, anything?
Well, you were talking about psychics.
Yeah.
And I tried it, but I didn't like it too much because I said to the guy, I said, what do you see? And he says, you're very ugly. And I said, no, seriously.
What I like it. Exactly.
I said, no, seriously, what do you see for the future? He says, you're going to get uglier.
Well, you didn't need a psychic to tell you that.
Exactly. Was your psychic called the Mirror? I mean, let's be honest.
That was Sylvia Brown, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No, it was actually some bitch on the boardwalk.
Easy with the B word here.
Yeah, by the way,
It's not like we
Furious
just had a
Cracker,
song. Yeah, he takes offense to that.
Furious Cracker already owns that word.
Yeah, he's trademarked it. So let's just,
Every time somebody says that, he gets a nickel.
Please use the alternative of trick or
And
cunt.
I still gave her $5.
This was one of the boardwalk psychics, huh?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
One of those hit and run deals.
Yeah, well, I mean, there is a lot of cold reading going on. There's a lot of situations. I mean, for anyone who's even read books on it, there's people that will say something so general that it becomes like, I get the feeling you're the type of person that enjoys being around people. You really like the energy from people, yet I also sense that sometimes you want to be kind of by yourself, like you want to be alone. And I mean, it pretty much just, describes every person in the entire fucking world. So
It's kind of like the weatherman.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
There's a good chance of clouds today, partly sunny, with possible rain in the afternoon.
Yeah, I love the partly sunny, possible rain.
Yeah, with possible chance of accent. I understand.
Exactly.
So Patrick, everything going good for you?
Yeah.
Good.
I'm gonna notice something.
Patrick, you really sound like you're about to kill yourself, and this is the
No,
last.
not at all. Why'd you say that?
Because you sound so melancholy. You sound like this is your last cry for help right now.
Well,
To be fair, it's my last
performing,
cry for
I
help.
think with Brett on Saturday in Monroe.
Look,